Gigs across 60 days in the UK and Ireland. How was the experience?
Oh yeah, the experience is something that's tough to describe. It's been about a month now that we're back and slowly things are fading off, but it was like playing every night continuously, something we've never experienced before, and for such a long period of time, for almost 2.5 months, 2 months, we were playing every night, so I can't explain it in words, but it was something transformational. It's like really changed us quite a bit doing it, yeah.
Honestly, I think we were wondering how it would be possible for us because we've done, I think, 6 gigs in a row before, 6 or 7 at most, but not 26 is what we had gone here at the Fringe, and that soon became over 30. Because during the Fringe, when we were playing every night, a lot of extra gigs crop up and we just end up doing them because it's just so much fun, and there's such a great vibe in the whole city of Edinburgh. The whole city is the festival, so from the smallest pubs and restaurants to the biggest venues, every single place is just crammed with performance art. There's music, theatre, comedy, cabaret, burlesque, juggling, knife throwing, sword swallowing, whatever you think. I mean, there's just every possible kind of live entertainment available. And when you're in that scene every day, it's amazingly tiring also because apart from playing every night, you're also marketing your show, you're trying to catch as much of the other gigs as possible, and you're doing touristy things as well because it's the first time you're there. So it was quite draining, I think, but I think we did fairly well. We won the award, Pick of The Fringe. We got the Pick of The Fringe show. We started packing up our venue. We got a nice 4-star review with the local media. So for the first time that we're doing the Fringe, I think we did really well. It was great.
So you got a lot of critical acclaim with 4-star reviews from a lot of reputed publications. So how did it feel when you read all of them?
It's amazing. I mean, see, this is what it's been about, trying to take the music out and showing to the world that there is something unique that can come out of India as well, in the same framework as any other rock and roll band abroad. So getting people notice is something, getting people to come to watch your show itself is a big thing. I mean, getting reviewers, 4-star reviews, winning some awards is a terrific experience.
So a lot of our peers in the music industry here, the industry so to speak, said, man, you're going to go there and no one's going to be interested. No one is going to care. You're another rock band, there are millions of rock bands there already. Why would anyone be interested in you? You're coming from India and you have nothing overtly Indian about what you're doing. You play guitar, you sing in English. Why would anyone be interested? I mean, just seriously rethink what you're doing because it's just not going to make any sense. And that's what everyone told us. There's very, very few people who said, just go and do what you're doing. And that was 7 years ago now. And I remember that first experience. And we were going straight to Glasgow, which is, unlike London, is not as cosmopolitan, not as mixed up. So it's a tough town. It's not a town where you want to go and try something brand new without knowing anyone, without really having any, without having a single toehold in the local scene, so to speak. And that first gig, I think, it was one of those very, very nervous gigs. You don't know what's going to happen. I think people want to throw things at you. All these brown guys from India coming and playing rock music. Even a rock band here. But after that first song, I think we started with Brigade Street. And after the first, I think, 2 or 3 songs, we could see that what we were doing, despite that it was English and rock and so on, was markedly different from what any other band was doing there. And we did only, I think, 7 gigs across that whole tour. We were there for about 20 days and we did 7 gigs. And across every gig, the reaction that people have saying, hey, this is rock music. Yes, I understand it. I understand what you're saying, speaking English. But there's something very, very unique about how you put it together. And that's always been our thing, saying that because we come from this country, which is so, I mean, it's incredible how diverse this place is, and how mixed up and how confusing and contradictory it is. And any band that's making music here across the last 15 or 20 years is going to have some of this kind of mixed up, a sound that really the West doesn't have. So it's experiencing India, coming here, maybe a big shock to people. But when they come and experience a band, taking a slice of modern India over there, it's very exciting. It's spicy. It's strange. These guys, they talk English, but they have this accent, and they put on other accents, and they make fun of themselves, and they make fun of us, and and they're talking about auto rickshaws and cows and how they like the Beatles, but they like biryani, and so this whole mix is as interesting as the country. So taking this over there, I think it works, and it worked very well the last time, and it worked even better this time.
So, did you expect that you'd be chosen to perform at the Fringe?
Honestly, we had no expectations out of this. The only thing that we did expect was going there, playing our hearts out, and getting good reactions. Because this is what usually happens when we play abroad. But when we got that thing to the Pick of the Fringe, it was exhilarating because the Fringe is a crazy beast. It's not a festival; it's a beast. It's 26 days, 3,500 performers doing all manner of things, some spectacular talent from around the world. So to stick out there, to be seen, to be heard, and someone says, "Hey, that's really good," and for them to take you and showcase you as part of something else is of course dependent on how good you are, the merit of your show, your performance, your interaction with the crowd. How easy you are to work with, all those things make a difference. The Fringe is very unforgiving that way also, because there may be days when you're performing for 6 people, and one of those 6 people may be the guy who is going to pick you for the Pick of the Fringe. So even if you have one person in the audience, you've got to give it your full show. You can't say, "Oh man, there's just 2 people there, what's the big deal, just play a few cards and leave." It doesn't work that way. No matter who is in the crowd, you've got to give everything. That's what the Fringe is about. The Fringe is about your work. It's not about how big you are or how many holdings you can fill. It's about your work. Are you serious about your work? Are you serious about what you're doing as an artist or an entertainer or whatever? Are you serious about that? If you're serious about that, then it doesn't matter who's in the crowd, doesn't matter who's listening, what reviewers think. You're just doing it because you love it. And that's what the Fringe is about. And it's perfect for us, it seems, because we've always been about the work. We've always been about what we do. That's all. It doesn't matter, yeah? And, it's strange. We were also busking on the streets. And playing on the side of the street and watching other buskers who are way better than us, because that's what they do. We're used to big stages, plug in, 2 hours, sound check, chill and play. And these guys are on the street, they know what it takes to get a passerby, and instantly sort of captivate it. What's going on there? They gather a crowd, they know how to work that crowd, they keep them laughing, they keep them meditating, they keep them there. Because it's not a regular audience, they're walking by. And unless they're really interested in what you're doing, they're not going to stand and watch and maybe give you some money. And we learn from them, playing on the street and trying to understand just how this works. How do you don't have any equipment, you don't have a big PA, you don't have a microphone, you have nothing, you just have your guitar and your voice, that's it. How are you supposed to captivate these passers-by? Again, we learned so much from those experiences. I think it's again about your work. What do you have to show?
No way, not at all. In fact, when we reached there, we saw some of the ads for the Pick of the Fringe shows, and we were like, wow, that's amazing, some really awesome people might be on it. And then when we got the call to, we first got a call saying that we were chosen for the Pick of the Fringe, and that was incredible in itself. And then to get the Spirit of the Fringe award after that was, totally unexpected. Awesome, yeah.
So, did you get to explore the cities when you weren't performing? Tell us about some behind-the-scene action.
Oh yeah, we were staying in an apartment right in the middle of the action in Edinburgh. There's this road called the Royal Mile where all the festival activities happen. So this was just off the Royal Mile, so we were right in the middle of everything over there, and 24/7 there were shows happening, artists busking and selling their shows and doing different kinds of things. We also did a lot of stuff, going around the place, and it's one of the most beautiful cities to live in. It's been voted the best city to live in the world for almost 8 years, something in a row, and people also have been really, really, really nice, very welcoming and fun people. So yeah, had a great time there.
We walked around quite a bit. We did some hiking around as well. We met some good local friends, and so they took us out. And there was one particular walk that you do. It's a 6-mile hike, so it's quite a long walk. It's along the coast from a place from a river called the Avon River up to the fourth bridge, the fourth road bridge. Yeah. So you walk a total of 6 miles along the coast. It's beautiful. So we did that, and of course we ate haggis and all the local food and some of the local. We had to climb Mother Sea. I don't think we really went to the palace because it's kind of too touristy, but we did pretty much everything else. And Ireland, of course, as much as we could pack in those 5 or 6 days we did.
Are there any interesting stories?
There are many stories, but one that instantly comes to mind is because there was a cool match yesterday. Everyone, TV India played really well and all that. We're in this small pizza place in Dublin. But halfway through the meal, this very, very, I don't know if he was drunk or high or whatever, this guy just sort of staggers into the pizza place and he just looks at us and says, "You're from India!" And we're like, we don't want to do because some of these guys are dangerous. You don't want to like encourage them or something. And then he proceeds to talk for a while and he says, "You're from India and I'm a big fan of Roger Binney, and I know Bangalore, I know this." He's never been there, it doesn't look like he has. But for some reason he connects with us as Indians and he says Roger Binney over and over again, saying he was the best. He was the best cricketer in the Indian team at that time, and he quoted some statistics and it was really quite surreal. This guy is suddenly somewhere in Dublin and smashed guy just walks in and accosts you and starts talking about Roger Binney.
So you closed the tour with the headlining performance at Nepal Music Festival. So the tour must have been a very fulfilling experience.
Oh yeah, it's crazy because we kept saying we're doing the whole 50 days in the UK, and then to close it we went all the way the other side to Nepal. And the scene is really good out there. There were a couple of really good local bands, and the festival was really nice. And we also got to go and see the Mount Everest, which was awesome. So did a little flight that takes you pretty close to the mountains. We were on top of the world.
So if you had to pick one best moment from the entire tour, which one would that be?
Most definitely was winning the Spirit of the Fringe award. That says a lot. I mean, the spirit in which one does your art and to take it out there, and the Fringe is such an organized setup. It teaches artists everything from respecting work ethic and how you have to come out and do your stuff to be able to enable people to come and watch your art, whatever it is. They train you a lot. They put a discipline in place, and to do that and do that happily and come out strong from that is a big thing. So winning the Spirit of the Fringe meant a lot to us, and kind of reinforced that yes, what we've been doing all these years is exactly the way it should be.
I guess winning that Spirit of the Fringe award and playing with amazing people at the award ceremony, I guess that would be the highlight.
You said you didn't expect to be playing at the Fringe and you were the pick of the pick. So
yeah, I mean, first you make the Pick of the Fringe, which is 7 acts from the 3,500, but those 7 are presented every day. So you're among, say, about 200 performances. So from the top 200. From the top 200, another 7 get picked out, and you're still part of that. And you're like, wow, we did something right,
Looks like you guys have done it all. What next?
No, we're not done it all at all.
Okay, what's remaining? What's next?
What's remaining? We've got to start writing music again. We haven't written in almost a year now because we've just been gigging so much and planning this whole tour took a lot out of us the last 4 months. So it's back to writing music now again and doing the local gigs as and when they appear. Some college gigs, Hard Rock Cafe, Flat, that kind of stuff. As we came back and we did another 4 gigs across one weekend, and it felt a little better that way because as I said, it's like maybe a gig a week, 2 gigs a week, and after playing, sometimes 3 gigs a day, it's a little like, hey, it's getting boring and nothing is that amazing. So it took a while for us to climb off that high. But now we're back to academy, and back to teaching and everything, enjoying that. And families, of course, they put up with us being absent for 2 months, which is not an easy thing. So we can't do it without that kind of support. So yeah.
No way. Honestly, we've always said that we're a teenage band, because we're just 16 years old now. But I think this experience of doing the Fringe has given us enough energy for the next 20 years. I mean, we're going to stick around, we're going to keep making music, and what better life can you want? I mean, if you're able to just do what you like in a respectful way, take it out and make a living out of it, and keep improving and developing. There's nothing more one wants to do. So there's no thing like we're aiming to make it big and then what kind of thing. We feel it's already quite big and awesome for us. We want to just keep it going. Take it to different places here. We're looking forward to Dubai next week. We're going to Dubai. And then maybe next year again back to more countries in Europe. So that's the plan.
So where do we see Thermal progressing from here? Where is it going?
It's amazing because for us there are various journeys. One is the musical journey, and that's something that we're really looking forward to. What's the new sound going to be as we grow, as we change, as we experience a lot of new things, as people come and play with us and we do music with new people, things change with the sound. So the musical journey is going to be something really interesting. We don't know. There's no plan. There's never been a plan that this is how we want to go musically. It's pretty organic and we're going to leave it that way. But it's going to be interesting to see the kind of new songs that come out from there, because we just finished this big 3 Wheels 9 Lives album. Yeah, so the next set of songs is going good, and we also probably going to release some of the live material that we recorded out there, and that's something that's going on also.
So where it goes, yeah, of course we like to win a Grammy and we'd like to, bigger things, but we'd also like to keep doing these smaller things, keep playing wherever we can, because essentially we write music and we want to play the music. It doesn't matter if you're playing it in a big stadium with 40,000 people or you're playing in a small club with 25 people. It's okay. Just enjoying being able to do this. That was always the dream. Our dream was never to be, I don't think we ever thought of being rock stars. Of course, that was there. Oh man, yeah, I also want a huge car and a swimming pool on my second floor and stuff like that. But eventually the dream just became, can we only do this? Can we pay the bills? Can we keep our families together? Can we just do this and not have to do anything else? And that's already happened. So what do we have to say?
At least we didn't lie.